Well, I know, when Dave first told me, oh, I got this dog. Later, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be something huge, you know, Rottweiler. It's a little bitty. I think that's the only one.
Okay.
No, that's.
I just gave him Dave's number, so.
The red tag was removed, but they don't wanna, you still shouldn't adopt her now. Why is this called? It only goes for a year.
It's probably
Phil's really got the most information about it.
I think he does. But I was wondering what the little hush talk was over there, don't you know?
Oh, no. He was just helping Maureen understand what it meant. That's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Jason.
okay. Locations. Is everybody ready? Okay. Well, being 7 o'clock, I'd like to call this regular town board meeting to order. We have somebody new, so fire exits are out the door and to the right. If that's blocked, out the door to the left. There's an AED located on the wall across the hall if that's necessary. Would everyone please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence for the deceased residents of the town of Hamlin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. There is nobody available to do an invocation this evening, so we will go to the roll call.
Baxter.
Here.
Yeager.
Here.
Vocal.
Here.
Probert.
Here.
Peters.
Here. Now we come to the public forum portion of the meeting. This is where the public gets to address the board. I only have one person that wishes to address the board. Try to keep your comments to roughly 3 minutes if you can. Address everybody on the board. It can be a question and answer period, but we don't normally, a lot of times we won't just answer questions out of the blue. But so Kimberly Ford.
I would like to ask that you definitely try to opt out of the dispensary at this time. I know I'm not a popular person in town right now, but I haven't, from all the backlash I've gotten, I haven't seen anybody put any of the children first. I know that they walk around. I've heard a lot from people saying that they need it for medical reasons, and I do understand that. However, they're also stating that they're scared that they're going to get fentanyl. I know that that is a problem. My child is an addict. I've worked on him more than 5 times. However, I still feel that if somebody's willing to go out and buy something that they know has the potential of fentanyl, they're putting themselves at risk. I'm not against them. I don't feel like they should die. I think that they need help. We do have a van in the town that comes to help addicts. I seriously think that some people have a problem right now. I don't know what it is. I don't want to assume, but I just don't think it's healthy for the children to walk by a dispensary when parents are asking and telling their children, I don't want you doing drugs. But yet, we're saying it's okay to buy weed. And I get that the state says, you know, it's legal, this, that, and the other. However, you know, parents still have a voice. And unfortunately, some of the parents get pushed to the wayside because they're not cool or they're old or what have you. The dispensaries are focusing on gummies. They are focusing on smiley faces. They are bold enough to put it all over the news. That attracts children. I don't care if anybody says, oh no, it doesn't, it does. An accident's going to happen, unfortunately. You know, Hamlin's a small town. I know people say it's safer for them to go to a dispensary. Michigan just had a recall on all of their marijuana sold in the month of September. I can't tell you how much was actually given back, but it definitely had mold. It had E. coli, several chemicals, and the list went on. So right now, because we're not sure of anything, it seems like that potential could be there as well. So as a parent of an addict, I know fentanyl is dangerous. But at the same point, you know, we don't want our kids smoking pot, or our grandkids, then turn around and go into harder drugs. I can't say it's a proven fact that every kid will, but probably 40% will at least try it. Fentanyl is 90% of the time is a one-time deal. I've talked to kids who are gone right now, and I told them to get help. I brought them to get help. Tried to tell them, if you do it just once, it could be the last time, and it was for 18 children. And I just don't see how a dispensary is going to be healthy and a good business for the community. We have 10,000 people, I believe, in Hamlin. I know that Michigan is battling right now in Ann Arbor and Bay City. They have 33,000 residents. Out of 33,000 residents, for every 1,500 people, there's a dispensary. So I personally moved to Hamlin because I needed a break from the city. I wanted to see the sunshine. I like looking at cornfields. I like having one light in the center of town. I like watching the kids do old school things. I feel that a dispensary, the traffic that it's going to bring, will change it. More pop-up stores, whether legal or illegal. I've spoken with 2 people who intend on being growers, and more than 10 people who actually smoke marijuana. All of them agreed that Hamlin should not open a dispensary, and they live in Greece. And they agreed, you know, it's just not a fit for the community. You'd be changing everything, and the children especially. So I know that it doesn't really have much weight. I know people are concerned about tax money, but at the same point, they're going to be asking for more police for different situations. We run on the Monroe County Sheriffs, who are amazing, but limited. So a lot of things could change. I'd like to see it, you know, just wait a little bit, see how it plays out in other areas. Unfortunately, other areas are going to jump right in without knowing. And at least you'd have more clarity, or maybe a different area of the town for a better fit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it. Does anyone else wish to address the board? Okay, well, seeing as no one else wishes to address the board, we'll close the public forum portion of the meeting. Requesting town board resolution to approve the public hearing minutes of October 12th, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Hurlbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of October 12th, 2021.
So moved. Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Hurlbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So moved.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to authorize the Hamlin Public Library Board to utilize $1,550 of the library capital fund balance for the replacement of the exterior lights on the north side of the building.
So moved.
Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution, this is an additional one that Mike brought, to authorize Zolads to grind the brush for an amount not to, or brush pile at the highway, for an amount not to exceed $10,000 to be paid from accounts 8160.4 refuse contractual.
So moved.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to adopt the fiscal year 2022 town of Hamlin budget as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to acknowledge and accept the decommissioning plan for the proposed Helios Hamlin Solar Farm located at 980 Redmond Road, Hamlin, New York.
Chief, you looked that over?
Yeah, it's virtually the same as it was before. Everybody's fine with it. We looked at it, you said you're fine with it. So,
So moved.
Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
yes. Requesting town board resolution to authorize the highway superintendent to purchase, typo, sorry. One model year 2023 International Truck Model HX 520 with plow equipment. Purchase price not to exceed $216,975.72.
So moved. Second.
Baxter,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Harbut,
Yes.
Yeager,
Yes.
Peters.
Yes. A couple things just to bring everybody up to speed on before we adjourn. I have been in contact with the Canal Authority again, continually. I sent back response. The only response I got to the plans was from Jennifer. Told them we're probably okay with what they had planned to do, and they were happy to hear that. It's gonna be a good thing for us. Nick emailed me back this morning, actually. So the senior leadership of the Reimagined Canals is gonna be meeting early next week, and at that point, they're gonna firm up funding and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna sit down and have a time to come and meet with the town board and the town in general. The ESL lease is up at the end of the year. So I've been in contact with, whatever her name was, without looking at it, pardon me, I apologize. Anyhow, they wanna stay here, we wanna keep them here, a lot of people utilize that, it's a very busy site. So we're, in kind, we agreed upon a 5-year lease, a 3% per year increase, starting with the current year coming up. With a 1 5-year option to renew. Previous to this, it's been on a 1-year option to renew. We've just, everybody's been exercising the option. This will save everybody just paperwork and so forth. So I bring it up just so that we have an agreement in kind, because we'll have that when she gets the paperwork to me. The lease agreement will have a motion to, execute the agreement. On the downside, American Tower has contracted with a company to talk to some of their leaseholders. The tower that's at 91 Railroad Avenue that also has a radio equipment on it is run by American Tower, leased by them. They have flagged that site as unsustainable at the present rate of rent per month. So they are seeking a reduction in the rate from I believe it's $854 a month to $700 a month for a period of time. And then, for I believe it's 5 years, and then raise it back up. And I said, well, you know, there's all the leases, all those leases, the tower leases have opt-out arrangements with them. At the end of the lease, they can all opt out. And I asked her, well, what if we don't do anything? She was gonna have to get back with American Tower because she's just a contract to administer these things. I said, well, we just redid the lease in 2018, you know, which extended it out to, I think, 2055 or something, you know. What are we doing here? Well, you know, the nature of the business is changing, blah, blah, blah. So we're in the middle of talking about it. I just bringing it up so everybody knows where we're standing with the thing. That I haven't told them yes or no either way, but I want to get some, they're supposed to give me some more information from American Tower. The only people that are on the tower now are Verizon, who we all know is also building other towers in the area, so they could pull out at any time, and that would leave our equipment as the only other equipment on the tower. So, and if we say no, they could still exercise their right to terminate the lease at the end of the time frame. So we'll see what happens going forward. She's supposed to, that was at the end of last week, she was supposed to be giving me some information. I haven't got it yet, so. The only other thing we should probably just have a quick discussion on is Westfall Road. I need to get with you by the end of the meeting. There's, I received a letter today, which I met this afternoon, from the homeowners in the area. So now we had all the people that want the memorial. Now all of a sudden we've got the homeowners in the area that want to talk about it again because the people came that want to keep the memorial there. So the memorial itself has been scaled way back. I don't know what else we can do other than shut the thing right off because people are still going to go down there. We did not receive any names or person that would be the go-to person. That when we were at that meeting, we asked to have somebody step forward and say, okay, you know, be the go-between and go both directions with it. We've not received anybody with that. They did clean up the mess as far as all the disposable items, balloons and paper and all that stuff. It's not perfect, but it's much smaller and more contained than it was before. The anniversary of his unfortunate passing did come and go, and they were down there. It was pouring rain, so maybe that helped, but it was very quiet. There was not any issue. And when I talked to the neighbors, I said, you know, I brought that up, and they said, well, yeah, it was quiet. So you know, I don't know where we go with that. I mean, it's really technically we can recommend, but if it's a park, it's your call what you want to do with it. There are posted signs up at the perimeters because we only own up to the edge of the flat, and somebody's already put posted signs up there. So I don't know that they know what they want to do because I suggested, well, one of the options that we discussed at that meeting was to just close it off and let it grow up. Oh, we can't do that. Where are all the fishermen going to park? Well, they're the same people that are griping about the fishermen trespassing and doing, so, you know, I'm not sure where we're going with this whole thing, but that was, oh no, we can't do that. Well, okay, it's hard to ban a specific person. You can't tell people not to go down there unless they're doing something wrong. It's open to the public, so think about it. We don't have to take any action on it just yet. I want to read, I didn't even read the letter that they sent, but they do want to sit down with us at some point. They have a meeting, so I'm leaving your comment, so.
Okay, well, 2 questions. I know one of the primary speakers, Amber. Do you want me to reach out and ask her why we haven't heard or had a person be the go person too?
You can if you want to, I mean,
I mean, I didn't know that we haven't had that, but if, I mean, I know her and I can ask her as that someone hasn't stepped forward and it might behoove them to get somebody that would be willing to be in that position. So
yeah, and that's fine, I mean, we had Amber was there and then the two girls.
the two girls, the two sisters.
Yeah, so, you know, I assumed that one of them, of those three at least,
Right.
the way they were talking, was gonna be the one that would actually step forward and say something, but nobody's
I can
done it.
reach out and find out what's up with that. Do we need a resolution to let the conservation board buy the trees or?
No, they already bought the trees.
Okay, alright.
They're good.
Alright.
They're good to go. It was under $1,000, so.
Okay, I didn't know.
So that's, something to think about coming forward. That's all I have for this evening. You have anything else?
Any further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Alright.
Motion
Opposed?
carried. Nobody's opposed. You always ask that at the adjournment. Nobody's
know.
gonna be opposed to the
Wait a
adjournment.
minute, wait
Not gonna
a minute.
It's hard to come down.